Now we are going to see the disorders of ears. In that first one is disorders of external ear, internal ear and middle ear. Disorders of external ear, most commonly we are seeing in children otitis externa. It refers to the inflammation of the external auditory canal. The causes are infection by the Staphylococcus aureus causing boils in the auditory canal, swimmer's ear, that is water in the ear canal, and prolonged exposure to moisture or by allergic reactions to dandruff, soaps, hairspray, hair dyes. Then clinical manifestations, pain and discharges from the auditory canal, fever, pruritus and hearing loss or feeling of fullness. Management is medical management, that is relieving the discomfort, reducing the swelling of the ear canal and eradicating the infection. Analgesics for the first 48 to 92 hours. Antibiotics for infection and corticosteroid agents to soothe the inflamed tissues. For fever and systematic antibiotics may be prescribed. For fungal disorders, antifungal agents are prescribed. Then prevention teaches the patients not to clean the auditory canal with the cotton tipped applicators, avoid swimming and not to allow water to enter the ear when shampooing or showering. A cotton ball can be covered in a water insoluble gel such as petroleum jelly and placed in the ear as a barrier to water contamination. Next condition is impacted cerumen. We are seeing here the conditions which are related to middle ear. It is a condition in which ear wax accumulated in the ear canal leading to blockage and pressure on the ear canal. Causes are use of hearing aids or earplugs, putting objects in the ear, anatomical defects. Then older age. Signs and symptoms are tinnitus, itching, difficulty in hearing, ear discharges, odor coming from the ear. Management is irrigate the ear canal with the irrigator, instill antibiotic ear drops to prevent infection, manual removal of wax, wiping and cleaning the external ear by cloth. Then furunculosis. It is an infectious disorder characterized by the formation of boils in the ear follicle. Causes are poor hygiene, malnutrition, weak immune system, presence of abrasions and cuts. Signs and symptoms are tenderness, hearing loss. Management is Nimsolid 100 mg BD, apply antibiotic steroid cream, warm compressors, abscess drainage by the institution if necessary. And then disorders of the middle ear, that is otitis media. It is a inflammation of the mucous membrane of the middle ear, eustachian tube and mastoid process. Acute otitis media. Otitis media internally means inflammation of the middle ear. It usually lasts for less than 6 weeks. Causes are entry of the pathogenic bacteria into middle ear and infections of the upper respiratory tract, perforation of the tympanic membrane. Signs and symptoms are acute onset of the atalgia, fever, sleeplessness, irritability, pulling of the ear by the child. And then management is control the infections by the administration of antibiotics. Example, ampicillin. Administer the analgesics to relieve the atalgia. Administer the antibiotic inflammation drugs and suctioning may be done to drain the ear discharge. Then scissors otitis media. It is also known as new ear or secretory otitis media. It is collection of the fluid without evidence of the active infection in the middle ear, that is middle ear effusion. It is commonly found in children. Causes are auditory tube obstructions, example pharyngeal swelling, enlarged adenoids or tumors, barotraumas due to sudden pressure changes in the middle ear, as in the aeroplane descents when suffering from cold. Obstructions of the eustachian tube due to nasopharyngeal carcinoma, radiation therapy or untreated acute otitis media. Clinical manifestations are hearing loss, incision of the congestion, dull tympanic membrane appears on the otoscopy, air bubbles may be seen in the middle ear. Management is laryngotomy and a tube may be placed to keep the middle ear ventilated. Corticosteroids in small doses may decrease the inflammation of the eustachian tube, decongested. In chronic otitis media, it is chronic inflammation of the middle ear with tissue damage usually caused by the repeated episodes of the acute otitis media. Causes are recurrent, persistent, untreated episodes of the acute otitis media, mechanical injuries, mastoiditis, that is long-standing inflammation in the mastoid, poor hygiene and measles. Clinical manifestations are persistent blockage or fullness of the ear, poor smelling ear discharge, otorrhea, hearing loss, fever, tenderness of the mastoid process, redness, edema, swelling of the middle ear mucosa. Management is topical and systematic antibiotics, oral tirade, that is mechanical removal of the infectious material from the ear, especially before the installation of the topical medications, laryngotomy, laryngoplasty or tympanoplasty. Then disorders of the inner ear, that is hearing loss. Hearing loss, also known as a hearing impairment, is partial or total inability to hear. It may occur in one or both ears. Types of hearing loss are conductive hearing loss, sensory neural hearing loss, mixed hearing loss. Conductive hearing loss, it is usually results from an external ear disorders such as impacted cerebellum or middle ear disorders, otitis media, otosclerosis. In such conditions, the efficient transmissions of the sound by the air to inner ear is interrupted. Sensorineural hearing loss, it is type of hearing loss or deafness in which the root causes lies in the inner ear or sensory organ, cochlea and associated structures, or vestibulocochlear nerve, cranial nerve villi. This is the most common type of permanent hearing loss. In the mixed hearing loss, both conductive and sensorineural loss is present, resulting from dysfunction of the air and bone conduction. Causes of hearing loss and deafness: conduction hearing loss, impacted ear wax or foreign body, acute serous chronic otitis media, otosclerosis, then injury of the tympanic membrane. Whereas sensorineural hearing loss, presbycusis, congenital, Meniere's disease, infections, example mumps and herpes zoster, meningitis, syphilis. Clinical manifestations of tinnitus and increased inability to hear. Students with hearing impairment will be inactive and uninterested in class, speech deterioration. Management: if hearing loss is temporary, then management includes removal of cerebellum by irrigation, removal of foreign body, then treating the underlying cause. If hearing loss is permanent or untreatable, oral rehabilitation may be beneficial. Meniere's disease, it is a disorder that affects the inner ear. It causes vertigo, sensation of spinning, hearing problems and a ringing sound in the ear. It usually affects only one ear. Causes are excessive endolymph in vestibular and semi-circular canals of the inner ear, viral infections, allergies, indications like aspirin and stress. Then clinical manifestations: vertigo and dizziness, tinnitus, hearing loss or deafness, fullness in the both ears and photophobia, nausea, vomiting. Management is with antihistamines, steroids, diuretics are used to relieve the pressure inside the inner ear. Then sedatives, benzodiazepines are helpful in controlling balance. Antiemetics and hearing aids in case of hearing loss. Low salt diet to reduce the fluid accumulation in the inner ear. Smoking and caffeine containing beverages are restricted. Surgical management like endolymphatic sac decompression, vestibular neurectomy, labyrinthitis. It is an inner ear disorder. It occurs when a vestibular nerve becomes inflamed. And causes are acute otitis media and meningitis, viral infections, head injuries, neoplasms of the middle ear or 8th cranial nerve. Alcoholism, 8th cranial nerve is oculocochlear, vestibulocochlear nerve. Then alcoholism, allergy, upper respiratory infections. Clinical manifestations are extreme vertigo, dizziness, sensorineural hearing loss, tinnitus, otorrhea, otalgia, neck pain and stiffness, cognitive impairment like memory and thinking problems. Management with antiviral drugs, intravenous fluids and antiemetics, broad spectrum antibiotics, corticosteroids reduces the labyrinthine inflammation. If you give the summary, I have to give the summary. We discuss now till now about the disorders of outer ear, that is otitis externa, impacted cerebellum and furunculosis. Disorders of middle ear, acute and chronic otitis media, serious otitis media. Disorders of inner ear, hearing loss, Meniere's disease, diabetes. That's all for about the eye disorders in the childhood.